normally at this point in the stream, we would have our countdown of, um, countdown towards the intro of the stream and showing a little highlight reel of what I've done as far as typical games go. Today is not going to be that day. Um, so, some of you, probably most of you already know by now. My sister, Christy, passed away last night. Um, I have honestly really no words to describe what's going on in my head right now. The last 24 hours for me personally have been hell on earth. But regardless of the regardless of my job situation right now, which is nothing. um, the news last night of my sister's passing just kind of rocked my world, and I we knew it was coming. We knew that we we kind of figured it was going to be quick, but um, it it doesn't make the pain any less, you know. Um, Christy had been battling lung disease for so long, and she fought like a goddamn warrior. That's no denying that whatsoever. She fought like a warrior through everything, whether it be numerous back procedures that she's had throughout her life, or numerous bouts of pneumonia and ARDS, and eventually the interstitial lung disease, and um, just everything that she had to battle through her entire life. She fought, and she fought like a fucking warrior. Um, it's just, she was the epitome of strength and fortitude and just battling, and that's something that I will always cherish about her. Um, it sucks that she's gone, and you know, obviously, her memory is always going to live on. She's always going to be with me right here, and I know that all of us now have a new guardian angel, and I know that I know that Christy would want all of us to be happy, and she would want all of us to not worry about her. She would definitely want all of us to flip off all the doctors that were trying to work on her, but um, yeah, that was. Oh my goodness. Johnny Faster, by the way, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Really appreciate that. One of the things your sis and I enjoyed doing together was playing video games. Her just watching me play mainly, but she would want you doing exactly this right now. I love you, bro. Johnny, thank you, man. And yeah, the amount of stories that she told about you in particular, I know exactly who you are. Um, the amount of stories that she told about you playing Rocket League or whatever game it may be, um, mainly giving you shit about everything. um, It was really humorous, but in Christie's own way, too. Um, because like Christy and I, we would talk on the phone, and she'd be talking about how you were doing this certain thing in Rocket League, and like playing at a really high level, and you'd make one mistake, and she would shout from the other room, "You suck!" or something like that. Very much a Christy thing for her to do, and I know she would have done it with me too. Like if she like I tried explaining Overwatch to her sometime, and she was like, it's too much for me. There's too many buttons. I just want to stick with the Mario games." And that's perfectly fine. Boop City, love you, Danny P. Hey, I love you too, man. Thanks so much for tuning in. Really appreciate that. Johnny, she was my biggest critic when playing. She loved giving me shit for making bad plays. Oh yeah, like I said, she would. Whenever we would talk on the phone, she would always bring that up. Like, oh, John did this and John did that. And made fun of him so bad. And uh, I remember like she told a specific story about how like you were in voice chat with your friends, and she gave you shit about something that you did in the game, and all you heard was all your friends just kind of dying laughing in the background, and just the way she told the story was just it really made me it really made me laugh, like every single time that she would talk about you. And I will say this, man, she truly loved you. Like she you really meant a lot to her. You helped her out through a lot of dark times, and especially your daughters as well. Like Christy honestly felt like those kids were hers, and she tried her best to make um, their life better. And she that's what she wanted to be for them, was their mom, or like not necessarily their actual mom, but I mean you know what I mean. Um, but she really cared about those two kids, man. And I hope that you and the kids are doing okay today, and that um, anything you guys need, please don't hesitate to contact me. Let me know about anything. Um, Johnny, she did. Oh God, she did. She make all of our lives better. And you do know. Okay, good, good. Yeah, you know, just kind of sitting here before stream, um, kind of wondering what kind of story I wanted to tell about Christy, and nothing really came to mind um, except for like one story in particular. This is kind of relived through home videos that we have, and there's one home movie in particular that we have from way back in the day, way back in like I want to say 1990. Um, like I was 5, Stacy was 3, and Christy was just a little 1 year old, just kind of rolling around on the floor. Stacy and I, being the hyperactive kids that we were, um, we had I want to say we had our proton packs on from Ghostbusters, and so Stacy and I were kind of running around and doing our little Ghostbusters thing and kind of having fun with all that and quoting Ghostbusters 2 and just, being little kids. And there's little Christy. You can see her clear as day on the ground, just sitting up, kind of looking around and kind of eyes in wonderment. And you see her kind of look at the camera at one point and just kind of look at it and be like, what are these nutbags doing? Like, you can just kind of imagine her just like, and I think the reason why this whole movie in particular kind of sticks out is because it's one that has my dad prominently featured in it, which normally didn't happen. My dad was a guy that was normally behind the camera instead of in front of it, mainly because he didn't want to share that he was balding. Actually, I think this is the home video that we found out that he was balding. Now that I think about it, but this was, I think this was around like Thanksgiving time in 1990 or Christmas time or something around there. But I don't know. We had a bunch of toys on the ground and just kind of messing around again, just being little kids and everything like that. But there's one particular point in the video where like we're all kind of goofing around, messing around, and my dad gets down on the ground and starts messing around with Christy because she's not really moving too much and everything like that. She's just kind of sitting there being really content and just kind of taking everything in, really just kind of really just kind of looking at us like, you guys are weird. But then like my dad puts Christy on her back. So she's just laying on the ground, just kind of like this. And my dad takes her feet, starts winding her up. And then Christy, with her head, starts crawling backwards. kind of like how an inchworm moves. And she just kind of starts crawling, but backwards. And it is one of the funniest things that I think any of us had ever captured on camera. It is absolutely precious. But that to me is one of the funnier things that I'll always remember that video. It is absolutely priceless. But man, really one of the things that I'm going to remember about Christy is just, again, her toughness, her attitude towards everything, and the fact that she wanted to always better everybody around her and better her life as well. RJ, hey buddy, how you doing? Thanks so much for tuning in. Really appreciate that. No, it's just everything that she touched and everything that she saw in her life, she always wanted to go ahead and improve somehow. And yeah, there were dark times. There were points in her life that we all kind of want to forget at the same time, but she was honestly making incredible strides to get better and do better by her life and by everybody around her and everything. If you guys hear random noises in the background, by the way, you should know by now, I live in the actual city of Chicago. It's a city, Sirens are going to go off. Monster. I did enough drinking last night. But everything about Christy, she always wanted to improve. And it just kind of sucks because she never really fully got the chance to get herself better and just kind of improve on her life the way that she fully wanted to. And it's sad, but it is what it is. But in regards to Christy and her final months and final days, like, we don't have to worry about her being in pain anymore. We don't have to worry about her suffering through pneumonia or lung issues or whatever. She doesn't have any more pain. And that, I think, we can go ahead and take a bunch of solace in. Obviously, this hurts. This hurts a lot. But Christy is somebody that we will always remember, and is somebody that we will always love and cherish for the rest of our days. Lobo Cross, my brother, I just hit done at the gym. Should be on soon if you want to run. Yeah, what the hell, man? Why not? But no, no. And John, you mentioned this earlier as well. Like, Christy would want me to do exactly what I'm doing right now. Go live, start streaming, playing some video games, and having fun and whatnot. Yeah, Christy would want that. She always wanted me to have some fun because she thought it was pretty cool that I was doing Twitch streaming and whatnot. But I want everybody to realize that, yeah, I went live today, and I'm going to be live for the next few hours. Probably until about 8 o'clock Central Time tonight, so 9 o'clock Eastern. That's probably the time that I'll stop streaming today. And at any point, if you guys, if you knew my sister Christy, and if you have a memory that you want to share, please don't hesitate. Put it up in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to go ahead and address it and talk to you guys through it and everything. Johnny, it is amazing you are. I don't have the courage to do that, dude. Right now this is my therapy session right now. This is where I get to talk all of my issues out, and this is where I get to kind of vent to everyone. And I try and use this platform for good. I try and raise money for suicide awareness. I'll start raising money for the American Lung Association as well, or different kind of things that I want to go ahead and do with this platform. Obviously, we need to grow said platform and whatnot. But it is what it is. Like I said, though, this is my therapy session. This is the way that I'm going to cope with things. This is the way that I'm going to kind of talk everything out and learn and and do everything that I need to go ahead and do to make sure that I don't go insane. So I know that there's been a lot of people reaching out via text, phone calls. I'm sure my phone's blowing up right now because it has been nonstop all day long. And I also kind of want to use this platform right now and this time to go ahead and say that I know that I'm not personally responding to a lot of people right now saying that they are sorry for the loss of Christy, and please know that I'm reading every single message. I see all the engagements, whether it be on Twitter, whether it be on Facebook, doesn't matter. Right here on Twitch, I see all of your engagements, and I see all of your notes, and I see how much you guys have been praying and hoping that Christy gets better. Like, this isn't just about today. This is about every day for the last, I don't know how many years. You know, how many times Christy has been in the hospital or just kind of dealing with whatever it may be. I should say, not just myself, but Stacy, Christy, and my mom and stepdad, we've all seen your messages. And yeah, I mean Christy as well. Like, every single time that she got out of the hospital, she would read everything. She would go over every single message, and she would get so emotional about the love and support that she was receiving from everybody. And I know that she would be getting just as emotional right now reading everybody's memories or thoughts and condolences. She knows that she was loved. She was very much loved. But I want to personally come out right here and say that no message is left unturned. And we appreciate everything. We really do. We could not go through this without you. And, you know, I just want to take this moment and to say thank you to everybody for reaching out to all of us. We love you. We care about you. And we see the care that you guys show to us. And believe me, it does not go unnoticed. It's just, it is all just extremely overwhelming right now. But thank you, everyone.